Hands on the table. You're under arrest. The officer's voice sliced through the hum of clinking coffee mugs and quiet conversations like a hammer shattering glass. All heads turned. The cafe fell silent. A woman, poised, composed, dressed in an elegant black blazer, sat perfectly still as a pair of handcuffs clamped shut around her wrists. She didn't flinch. She didn't argue. She just looked up at the man looming over her and said, "You really don't want to do this." The officer smirked, smug in his authority. "You match the description, blonde woman, black suit, suspected credit card fraud. Don't make this harder than it has to be." She studied him calmly, her voice like cold steel. "You didn't even ask my name." He waved off her words with a chuckle. "Don't need it. You're coming with us." Phones started recording. Customers sat frozen mid-sip, eyes darting between the woman in cuffs and the officers who were now dragging her from her seat. She remained eerily calm, even as her chair scraped against the floor. "Let me make one phone call," she said softly, not pleading, just warning. "This is your only chance." "Not happening," the cop barked, shoving her toward the exit. "Whatever lawyer boyfriend you got can call the station." But she wasn't bluffing. She wasn't scared, and within 20 minutes their world would begin to fall apart. At the station, they didn't offer her a phone, didn't file paperwork, didn't even read her rights. They threw her into a cold, windowless room and shut the door. From behind the glass, the officer stood tall, arms crossed, basking in his own righteousness. "Another one caught," he muttered to his partner, who, despite nodding, looked uncertain. "Something's off," the partner said. She didn't seem panicked. The senior officer rolled his eyes. "She's a con. That calm act is part of the game." But then her phone rang, once, then again, then a third time. Same number, same insistence. The officer scoffed. "Persistent little boyfriend," he sneered. His partner shifted uncomfortably. "Maybe we should answer." With an exaggerated sigh, the officer picked up the phone and hit the green button. "Yeah, she's here," he snapped. Then came a voice, low, measured, every word packed with quiet authority. "This is Director Marcus Hale, United States Intelligence Command." The color drained from the officer's face instantly. "Your name and badge number have been recorded. I'm calling about my wife. The woman you arrested without protocol, without ID verification, and without cause." The officer stammered, throat dry. We got a tip. She matched the description." The voice on the line cut him off with lethal precision. "My wife was on site, conducting a classified surveillance exercise for federal counterintelligence. She had full immunity clearance. You've just compromised a live operation. You exposed her identity, jeopardized a sting, and violated federal arrest procedures." The second officer backed away from the phone like it had caught fire. "Oh my God," he whispered. "She tried to warn us." The senior cop's voice trembled. We didn't know." "She gave you a chance," Marcus said, deadly calm. "You ignored it. Expect full investigation. Your careers are over." The line went dead. Inside the room, the woman sat motionless, still cuffed, still composed. She heard everything through the thin walls. A few moments later, both officers stumbled in, fumbling with the keys. "Ma'am, Director Hale's wife, we are deeply sorry. There was a miscommunication." She stood slowly, letting them remove the cuffs. "You didn't miscommunicate," she said. "You assumed. You judged. You skipped every step you swore to uphold." They apologized again, tripping over their words. She didn't yell. She didn't threaten. She didn't need to. Her silence did the work. Her silence was louder than any courtroom. News broke fast. The body cam footage leaked online. Millions watched as an innocent woman was publicly handcuffed, humiliated, and arrested without cause. And they watched what happened next, how she walked out, untouched by fear, cloaked in quiet power. Within 48 hours, both officers were suspended. One turned in his badge. The other issued a formal apology on national television. But by then, it was too late. Her face became a symbol, not of victimhood, but of restraint, dignity, and unshakable calm in the face of pure arrogance. She never gave them anger. She gave them the truth, the kind that ends careers and leaves reputations in ashes. Because sometimes justice doesn't arrive in a badge or a uniform. Sometimes it walks into a cafe in heels, sits down for a quiet coffee, and gives you one chance to get it right. And if you ignore it, well, you don't just lose a case, you lose everything. Before we wrap up this story, drop a comment and let us know where you're watching from. Don't just scroll, we're reading every single one. If this story touched you, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let us know how you feel in the comments.